In the heart of Umuahia Kingdom, where the winds whispered secrets of old and the trees stood witness to generations of kings, ruled King Aikno, a man of wisdom, strength, and unmatched love for his family. His palace, clothed in marble and tradition, was not only a symbol of power but a place where joy echoed in laughter, and footsteps of little ones danced across the courtyards. King Aikno had two queens. Amarachi, his first wife, was graceful like the morning dew, soft-spoken, warm-hearted, and adored by all. She bore him two children, Adoma, whose quiet strength reminded all of her father, and Oluchi, a playful spirit whose laughter could soften even the hardest heart. His second wife, Nkechi, was beautiful too, bold in presence and proud in posture. She, too, bore him two children, Obina, the only son, crowned the heir to the throne, and Chioma, delicate and clever, a child of charm. The king loved his family equally, and in his eyes, no child, no wife, held more value than the other. But Nkechi longed for more. She believed bearing the son, the future king, entitled her to something Amarachi did not have: dominance, admiration, favoritism. And when that didn't come, something inside her began to darken. She masked her discontent with smiles, hiding the brewing storm behind gentle words and cordial greetings. Amarachi never suspected a thing, nor did the children, who saw each other as siblings and shared everything, from laughter to secrets, and sometimes even mangoes plucked fresh from the palace orchard. One sunny afternoon, Amarachi prepared to go to the village market. She kissed her children on the forehead, asked them to behave, and stepped out with a woven basket hanging from her arm. Not long after, Nkechi appeared at their door, a tray in her hands with 2 glasses of juice. "My dear children," she said sweetly, "you've been so good. I made this just for you." Adoma and Oluchi took the juice but remembered their mother's teaching: never eat or drink what you cannot tell her about. They thanked their stepmother politely and placed the drinks on the carved wooden table, deciding to show them to their mother when she returned. As they played outside, Chioma and Obina wandered into the room, laughing and chasing each other. They saw the juice on the table, chilled, tempting, waiting. Curious and thirsty, they took it without a second thought. Nkechi walked in just as they finished drinking. "Who gave you that?" she asked sharply. "We found it on the table," Chioma replied, smiling. "It was so sweet." In that moment, time stopped. The tray slipped from Nkechi's hands and hit the floor. Her legs gave way beneath her, and she sank to the ground, her eyes wide with a sudden, horrifying realization. She had made that juice, not as an act of kindness, but from a heart clouded by envy. A reckless decision made in secret, born from thoughts she once believed she could control. She had prepared it for children who had done her no wrong, just because they were not hers. And now, her own. The palace fell silent. The joy that once lived there was replaced by a heavy stillness. Words spread like wildfire, not because of anger, but because of sorrow. Nkechi's cries echoed through the halls for days. She spoke to no one. Ate nothing. The very heart that had once burned with envy was now hollow with grief. King Aikno said nothing for a long time. He simply stood at the gates of the palace, watching the sun rise and fall, questioning where love went wrong, and how jealousy, like a slow poison, crept into the walls of his home. In the end, justice in the kingdom was not revenge, it was remembrance. Nkechi was banished, not as a punishment alone, but as a way to protect the kingdom from ever forgetting the dangers of resentment, the cost of envy, and the irreversible damage of one moment of weakness. Amarachi, though broken, held her remaining children close, and taught them to forgive but never forget. And the king, though heavy with sorrow, ruled with a deeper wisdom, ensuring that the legacy of his family would carry not only strength, but compassion. And so, Umuahia lived on, not with perfect people, but with people who had learned that love is not measured by blood alone, but by the choices we make, when no one is watching.